What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm. Welcome back to the NHL 06 Dynasty Mode series. We are on to episode, I believe this is episode 15. Are we on 15 already? Just gotta go look at the standings here. Where are we? Nope, we are on episode 16. Okay. So we're 9-5-0-1 this point of the season. We're doing pretty well. It seems like we've really kind of hit an early season stride here as we get through about the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe we're already that far ahead. We're coming off two big wins. One was against the Boston Bruins, as we can see here in our last game. We were expecting a goaltenders duel in that one, and it actually turned into an 8-5 shootout. And then we're also coming off a huge 6-1 victory against a bit of a struggling Islanders team. And in this episode, I guess for this episode and the next episode, we're going to face a couple teams that are struggling pretty bad at this point of the season. Buffalo especially. Not a team that struggled per se in this season. I think they did pretty well. I'm not sure if they were the fourth or fifth seed in the playoffs in real life, but they did take out the Sens in the second round in real life. It's a bit surprising to see kind of where they are at this point. They've made a huge trade already. They shipped out their captain, Chris Drury, and as we saw in one of our previous episodes, they've now shipped out the new captain, Teppo Numminen. So it seems like they're a bit directionless to start this season. It'll be interesting to see who their new captain is, that's for sure. This is a bit of a shocker. I think of any team that we're looking at that we're a little bit shocked is so far down in the standings, it's probably the Buffalo Sabres for sure. I know Carolina's here, and they're sitting 28th in the NHL, and I think they're actually worse than Buffalo in terms of points. Yeah, the 26-28 and 2 points difference. It's a little shocking to see that they're struggling as well, but Carolina made a lot of changes during the season to become a good team. So with that in mind, like, it kind of makes sense without those roster changes already being in effect that Carolina would struggle a little bit. And I mean, we certainly also have a shocker of all shockers here with the Florida Panthers being 16-3-0 to start their season, dominating the NHL behind some great goaltending, behind some really good offensive weapons on their team, and Olli Jokinen and a lot of others that we saw in the game we played against them. See, I think maybe Boston's another team that is shockingly a little bit up here. I think this is the season in which they traded Joe Thornton. Right around the trade deadline, they moved him to San Jose as they kind of committed to a rebuild in Boston. However, honestly, it's a little bit shocking to see them like kind of up in so high in the conference. I don't know if they actually made playoffs this season or not. I don't believe they did. I'm trying to think of the teams that I know. Tampa was in there, Buffalo, Ottawa, New Jersey, Carolina, Montreal, Philadelphia, Toronto. Was Toronto in the playoffs? I don't think Toronto was in the playoffs actually this year. I could be wrong, but either way, a bit of a shocker to see just kind of exactly what's gone on with the standings early on in the season. A few teams that are surprising, a few teams that are disappointing, that's for sure. But let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into our matchup. But before we do, as always, guys, if you're into the video this far, big thanks for watching. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're not already a subscriber, because, hey, you're already here. Costs you nothing. Helps me out considerably, so hit that subscribe button. If you want notifications as soon as these videos go live on the channel, hit that notification bell as well. So as we preview our matchup here, again, another situation where we've got the advantage everywhere. Buffalo offense is one of their best traits right now, but defensively they are struggling. 82 overall is very low, potentially the lowest we've seen. I'm not sure, maybe that Islanders game we saw lower defense, but I can't be sure. I mean, they had Roman Hammerlick and Niinema at the very, very least. Our goals for has really jumped up in recent games where we are certainly getting our offense going. That penalty kill percentage is something we're going to look at a little bit, as it seems like the numbers for power play, special teams I should say, starting to work, starting to make a little bit more sense, but I always assume that power play penalty kill is always like a good power play is probably around like the 15% mark, and the penalty kills always are hovering over the 80 to 90%. So Usually they don't work so well in the game. But as we can see, we have a huge advantage, a 10 overall advantage as we're at home as well, so we're getting a little bit of a boost there. Goaltending matchup, Hasek back in the net for us against his former team. Again, he's been really solid so far. Cujo's been really hit or miss. He's come in, he's had a good game, and then it seems like he follows it up with about two or three mediocre ones. I'd say like his last really good game, maybe was in between this. I flashed back to the Toronto game in which like Cujo played really well, and then it all fell apart a little bit on him when Sundin scored the backhander from center ice. Still can't believe that even happened, but that's a wicked memory from, you know, ages ago. But certainly the advantage Hasek has on Biron here. Biron a lot of 2 stars. So Buffalo, man, Buffalo is now kind of crowded their crease. They got Biron, they got DiPietro, they got Nornan here at this point in time, and a very young rookie, Ryan Miller, who's nowhere even close to playing at this point. So they have a lot of work to do if they want to get back into the standings here, but they might need to start moving some players even more to try and get some other pieces. All right, guys, that'll do it for the preview portion. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get into the game. It's the Buffalo Sabres. Looking to extend our winning streak to 3. Prime opportunity to do that against this Buffalo Sabres team. We've beat them twice already this season, and I think we've just been getting better with every single game. There's an old friend of ours, Alexei Yashin. Certainly will be interesting to see how this one shakes out, as we do face Buffalo, I think it is 8 times this season. So again, we have the opportunity to take a 10th of their schedule if we are very good. Spezza save early on. Oh, there's Yashin. And nice snipe by Alexei Yashin. Sometimes I feel the need to mention this. These Buffalo jerseys are so good. Just so good. Even this set of Ottawa jerseys was nice. 3 distinct kind of different jerseys to wear. Nevertheless, a early goal, Yashin. Certainly what he was brought in to do. Havelat, nice move. York got that puck. Brings it back up. Ooh, nice shot there. Good save. It's a Finneganov, speedster. Wants to drive the net. He does. Uh-oh. Oh. Back in front. Oh, Hasek making saves. Ooh, good chance there. First one was blocked from Bondra. Oh, that's going to be a turnover. Oh, there's Yashin again. Sneaking in behind. Oh, good chance. Briere. Somehow Briere, not even like a star even on the road. He is... Maybe he's on a cold streak or something, but that's quite a sight to see as Alfie gets it over, and Heatley, who has been scoring at will to start this season, continues his hot play. Shot there by Lindros as we backhander on by Renberg. Yeah, a lot of players that I think I'm used to seeing with Buffalo that would have a star underneath their player aren't right now. So I'm not sure if that's a morale issue or if it's just being on the road or cold streaks. Here's Renberg. Backhander on, and Biron gets that. Turnover, though. Oh my goodness, look at the hooks. Hasek's been solid so far. Can't really fault him on a breakaway with Yashin of all people. There we go, turnover, good step up by Chara. Heatley shakes that one off. Turned and fired on the block shot by Alfredsson. Keep our lines the same. Nobody's really been jumping in and out of the lineup. So far, we've liked what we've seen. I'd actually say this is probably the longest I've gone into any of these series with a team where I haven't switched lines. It wasn't until, I think, even late into the Colorado 2005 series that I just stopped changing lines once we got everything set kind of after the trade deadline. Took a while there. Oh, actually, Hammerlick is on Buffalo now. I think he was part of one of those trades. My goodness. And Buffalo, yeah, this is another aspect of that, is Buffalo won that Islanders trade, like, easily. Even though they gave up their captain and Jury, like, they got DiPietro, Hammerlick, and Yashin back in that trade. Ooh, Alfredsson in to end the period. That's how it'll wrap up. So an early goal from Yashin. We answer back with Heatley on a nice cross-crease feed from Alfredsson on the top line. And score is 1-1 heading to the second. Pretty even first period there. Shots 12-10. I believe they're in our favor. Actually, no, I think it's in Buffalo's favor. 12-10 in front of the Sabres. Oh, Spezza making his way to the net. Nice backhander on, but Biron stacks the pads on that one. Oh, who was that? Was it Hesh missed the net? A wide open net, too. For Spezza. Oh, good bump. Whoever that was. I think that was Kalinin. Solid bump off the puck. Spezza was nearly in all alone. Shot on by Phillips. It's blocked. Speedy Brian Campbell. This is like before Campbell would take off a little bit in his career, but yeah, he'd become a top, like, kind of offensive D-man. 8 minutes. Shot, oh, right into Bondra. And there is a clean slapper. It's Jason York. Again, I think he scored in the last meeting between our teams. Just loaded up that slap shot and beats Hasek on the blocker side. It's a tough one to give up for Hasek, but I think maybe Buffalo catching us a little bit by surprise in this one so far. Lindros just wide. There's Renberg. Oh, I thought he scored. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Oh, Alfredsson a shot there, but turned away by Biron. Oh, I think Chara hit Spezza in front with that too. Oh, there's a penalty upcoming. Again, our penalty kill has not been great so far in the season. Heatley going to go off for tripping. He gets a little overzealous with Gilson. So good clear. Oh, geez. Off a stanchion. That didn't help us. Good block by Volchenkov. See, McCammon here has got a star all of a sudden. It's pretty good to see. It's not a guy who's had one, I don't think, all year. Oh, McCammon and Alfredson. A little bit of chemistry there. Claire down the ice. This has so far been a solid penalty kill. Shot there, good save. And Volchenkov down the ice, that'll do it for the penalty. Good kill. Should give us maybe a little bit of momentum. We hope. Leclerc, and oh, Heatley was trapped offside. Ooh, somebody injured. What happened here? Oh, he took a blocked shot. Interesting. Here's Bondra. Save as Biron's been real good for Buffalo in this one so far. Derek Roy, oh my god. Speedster. There we go, good block. Ooh, Havlat, nice move. Back in front. Oh, Schaefer was right there. There we go, turned over. Fisher's back with the star now as well. It's a good sight. It means people are starting to really hit their stride in terms of their morale and the potential. Over to Fisher. Oh, McCammon. Great opportunity there, but what a block by... Oh, nobody's there for Hasek. Final minute here. Oh, it's McCammon. Dean McCammon. Dude just looked primed earlier in the game on that penalty kill with Alfredson. Nice play. Gotta love Dean McCammon. So a big tying goal right at the end of the second. It's huge going into the third. We're not looking for a tie in the third. We are now just playing our game and looking to win 20 minutes as we end the second period. Jason York adds one. Dean McCammon ties it up late. Let's go to the third and win one more. Seriously, just cannot say enough good things about the commentary in this game. Like, so good. Spezza rips a wrister, and that's saved. Just so many little things in the game. I wish that were in modern games. It's just not the case. There should be little blurs about players. There's Spezza again. Oh, weaving through. Chances there. Man, Biron making a huge save. Played all the way back to the point. Free air. Might be in alone. Big save by Hasek. Joachim Hesht has got a star. Not sure if he had one before, actually. Oh! What a pass from Alfredsson over to Heatley, and again! A huge save by Biron. Shot was blocked. There's Havlat. He's got a step. Oh, couldn't get the shot away, really. Jason York. Pretty sure Jason York had a goal against us, so I'm not sure if those stats are updated. But maybe I'm wrong on that one. Simpson shot through traffic. Oh, and even Lindros might have had a wide open net there, but it's blocked. Dubon takes a hit. Leclaire. Ooh. Draws pinned against the boards. Oh, he just threw him off. Man, Campbell is just keeping that puck. Finally turns it over. Here's Renberg. Over to Leclaire. Oh my goodness. And Buffalo's been pretty solid at just collapsing back to the slot. And they are blocking shots so well. Here we go again. Here's Bredin. Looks like we were in the middle of a change here. Fourth line is out. Schaefer's got some speed with him. Turns it over to Karpa. Karpa shot wide. Similar to York's shot earlier in the game. And here's Schaefer. Schaefer, a move. Oh, what a play with Peter Schaefer. Havlat, you got to get back. You're the only D. Great play by Marty. Schaefer still with a lot of energy here. Creating some space. Still with it. Hooked. No call. Big backhand by Bondra. 14 goals. So I think actually that might be updates. Maybe I'm thinking of a different player that scored on us than Jason York, but there's Chara, big shot there. Oh, and a penalty upcoming. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the game. And we're going to have a power play for the remainder of it. As there is our answer. Roman Hammerlick is now the captain. Again, the jury's been passed over, or not jury, Briere rather. It's been passed over twice for the captaincy. Shot there, and Lindros on the rebound. Off of the Redden shot. The big man in front. Tapping it home. Finally, one of those wasn't blocked. Buffalo have been doing a great job collapsing to the slot and blocking those shots. There's one kind of bounces up and finds Lindros in front. He's going to bury that. Chara there, a shot. A couple chances again. And that one's turned over. Here's Havlat. Shot on the final minute. Over to Alfredsson. Oh, it hit Briere on the way through. Turned over again, though. As Heatley looking for a second. But mostly this has been eating time off the clock. Oh, nice move. Shot there. Scores. Hesht makes up for missing the wide open net earlier in the game. And Buffalo ties it late. As if Spezza had actually blocked that one. And had opened it up for Jochen Hesht. Wow. Buffalo battling. 30 seconds to go. Looked like the game was over after the Lindros goal. Certainly looked like it was over after. We were killing all that time in the zone. They have hung on here. Volchenkov, huge hit on York. He's already got a goal in this one. 15 seconds left. Maybe one more chance. Smolinski there. Oh, and Bondra maybe looking for the rebound. Final seconds here. We got a one more defense. Shot there. Dumont, big save right at the buzzer. And we will head to overtime against the Sabres. So a big finish. Big finish to regulation. Ooh, big hit there. There's Alfredson. Has an assist in this one. Briere setting it up behind his net. Speedster Briere turns it over. Alfredson. Backhander on, gets saved by Biron. Hammerlook took the penalty that gave us the 3-2 lead. Over to Spezza. Oh, what a save by Biron. Now we're caught 3-on-1 the other way. Redden, good play there. There's Alfredson, but it's Briere on him. Backhander on again, and it just the blocks from Buffalo. They so good at dropping into the slot. Bondra throws a huge hit on Briere. Bondra. Shot way wide of the net. Back in front. Bondra again. Oh, turned over. Smolinski. Shot on. Big save. Smolinski again. The blocks. What plays from Buffalo collapse into the slot. There's Bondra. Bondra trying to backhand it in. Can't. The puck's played back. Thankfully, Volchenkov's going to be there to fish that one away. Heatley and Alfredson back out. Shot on by Heatley. Good save by Biron. Another huge hit. Leclerc that time. Heatley maybe catching them on a change. Shot on. Hammerlook setting himself back up. Good forecheck by Heatley. Chara, big clapper. Hammerlook, I feel like Hammerlook's been out here a while. Shot on. Biron's been excellent so far in overtime. Briere shot. I think his team is on a change. Now they've got some fresh legs out there in Dumont. Back in front. Bondra, move. Shot. Oh, good save. Final minute now. Shot again. It is a mad scramble there, but Buffalo again clears it. Shot there. Leclerc knocks down Derek Roy. Here is Heatley again. Shot. Big glove save. And a penalty to Buffalo. Looks like a roughing call. Again, some of these calls have been strange to say the least, but 4-on-3 power play. Can we do something with it? Final seconds. Redden there, turned, fired again. And a breakaway for Brian Campbell as Char is nowhere to be found. And that will do it. We are going to go to a shootout for the first time in our series. As we can't solve it in OT. An awesome display of goaltending from Biron. Hasek not too shabby either. We'll have to settle it in the shootout. And there's the lineups. I have not even set a lineup yet in this, so it's going to be interesting to see how this ends up working out. Too much speed there maybe for Havlat. Here comes a Finneganov. Oh, good lord, and we're controlling... I don't want to control the goalie in this. Could I please have the goalie be controlled not by me? I don't know if I need to... Can I player lock? Yeah, position lock. There we go. Alfredson in. Scores! We got the tie. Oh, it looks like I can't not control the goalie. There. Good save against Briere. I definitely do not like the controlling of the goalie. Spezza there. Yeah, I think that's just a terrible... I don't like that at all. I'm going to avoid shootouts at all costs. Holy. So a tough loss, of course, because we give it up like in the last 30 seconds. Can't get it done in overtime, but obviously the shootout is... I don't want to control the goalie in that scenario. The game does not really favor you as a goalie in this one, especially if you're user controlling. So nevertheless, a tough loss. 4-3. We get a shootout point, but we'll jump back out. It's a tough loss there. Shootout loss. We do get an extra point out of that. I don't like the goaltending control in the shootout. I really don't like that. I would rather the AIs just do the whole thing, to be honest with you. I'd rather, like, potentially if that happens again, we're just gonna move our controller off to the middle and just let the AI determine that one, because I just don't like controlling the goalie. I made a slight move to the left on the Yashin goal there, and it like keeps 4 feet away from the net. Like, it doesn't work. All right, so we can jump into our email here. It looks like we got another trade that happened around the league. Let's go ahead and take a look. Not a big one, that's for sure. Michael Telfquist, a backup goaltender for the Toronto Maple Leafs, heading to Detroit in exchange for Nathan Robinson. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I doubt it's much of anything other than like a minor league trade, but always worth taking a look at what's getting moved around the league. Detroit. Oh, right, they got Telfquist. So Telfquist is a 72 overall. Probably not going to start, especially for the Red Wings. Let's just take a look at what their goalie situation is here. Actually, no, he becomes the backup. Interesting. So yeah, Telfquist becomes the backup for... Yeah, you'll probably get into a couple games here and there during the season. I'm not sure if the game actually recognizes how to rotate goalies or not, but... so now let's go take a look at Toronto. So Robinson is a 72 overall. He's 23, so 72 for 72. Looks like he's a speedy player. Yeah, wow, he's got some speed on him. 5'9", 180. That makes sense. Looks like he had a bit of potential as well. Looks like he played in 03, 04. I'm just going to quickly look this player up and see if he's like legitimate. It looks like he is. All right, so yeah, Nathan Robinson, a legitimate player. He ended his career only about 4 years ago, but he only ended up playing 7 career NHL games, no points, and I think he played for Detroit and a few games for Boston there. So he actually had like a pretty good German league career. Like, he was like a solid 30-point guy in 50 games every year. So interesting to see. Anyways, guys, so we come off a tough loss against Buffalo in our last one, but we did manage a point. That'll continue helping us in the standings, but obviously, shootout-wise, I think we know what to do. Just let the AI do it, and we'll deal with the consequences from there. Controlling the goalie, I don't like that. at all. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and preview our next matchup against the Carolina Hurricanes. All right, so just as a reminder, if you've made it all the way this far in the video, thank you very much. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that notification bell so you can see these videos as soon as they go live on the channel. So we have, this is our second matchup against the Carolina Hurricanes this season. Again, they're struggling mightily. I think we beat them kind of easily in our first matchup earlier on in the season, rather. Their power play struggling quite a bit. But yeah, taking a look, we have the advantage everywhere, like a very wide... that was a 10 overall advantage we had against Buffalo in our last game. This is a 14. A very winnable game for us here. Not taking Dominic out of the net, I thought he was good. I mean, no issues again in the Buffalo game. Maybe the York goal he'd want back, but the Hesh goal to tie the game late in regulation was off of a deflected block shot, so really no issues there. And then the first one was a breakaway against one of the most elite players at this time in hockey, in Alexei Yashin. So no issues with Dominic. He's going to come back into the net for us. On the other side, an 85 overall Martin Gerber. Not the worst goalie we faced by any stretch. So far this season, he's in and around the John Graham, but certainly not a Garth Snow type in the net. But 2 stars around the board. Hasek maybe looking to regain just a little bit more confidence and keep setting his feet into the season. And just taking a look, Carolina coming off a win in their last game, actually, against Atlanta, so a division opponent, 3-2, and their last one 6-9, 0-1 on the season. So not a great start for them, not obviously what they'd be looking for. No injuries on their part. I mean, I'm just going to go take a look at our squad, too. 16-4-0 for Florida is just wild. Some teams really not starting well. The Rangers are one, and I think the Rangers have lots and lots of players. Usually right around this time they do. So, again, we're starting to look at teams that we have the potential of, maybe acquiring a player or two from. There's a team right there. Just taking a look at our team here. We're back out of the playoffs, but I think that's just due to kind of the Eastern Conference being so kind of jam-packed at the moment. But otherwise, I think we've been doing pretty well for ourselves as of late. But 16th in the NHL, Conference 9th, Division 4th. Again, that speaks volumes about our division right now. I think Buffalo is the team that's actually below us. So that means Boston, Toronto, Montreal, all ahead of us and doing pretty well. So actually, let's go take a look at the standings. So yeah, the Northeast Division, this is how tight things are. A 5-point gap between 4th and first in the division right now, and we have 3 games in hand. So if we can keep getting these wins, especially in the head-to-head matchups, we should be doing pretty well against these teams. Again, we had a big one against Boston, so that was awesome to see in our most recent episode. But yeah, a tight, packed conference, and even again, Buffalo's certainly not out of this. They could get themselves definitely back into contention here in the division, and even Eastern Conference. Yeah, so 8th is belonging to Toronto with 20 points. So again, Buffalo's only 5 points out. Rangers aren't, again. So, man, some teams have been definitely disappointing to start the season. We're looking to continue getting some wins. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap it for this episode in the books. Episode number 16, I think already. Yeah, 16 in the books. Moving our way through the season. Tough loss there, but let's hopefully come back and get a huge 2 points against Carolina. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Click like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And as always, catch you guys on the next one.